Hey everyone, before we get into this news podcast video, I just thought I'd ask a quick question, and it's quite important. Last episode, for the first news segment, I included pictures when I was talking about different topics on the main screen. During the actual podcast, I will always be displaying topical images in the, I guess, monitor screen at the top. You know what I mean? But for this podcast, I'm not going to do any of that. And I want to see what you guys think. For any of you people that actually watch the podcast, like, just look at it for, like, more visual entertainment. So, if you do, please let me know in the comments below whether you prefer things with images and without. If you guys prefer it without, I won't put any in. If you guys will, I will add images. It doesn't take me any time whatsoever. So, yeah, without further ado, on with the show.
Choose your character.
It's really annoying. I got bitten on my neck yesterday by some fucking thing, so it's just in constant pain now. I was kind of lit when I decided to go around and do this. Anyway, guys, welcome to Play Select Podcast, the only podcast that doesn't actually have an official episode out yet. Scott, still looking at you, guy. I was going to start reckoning, but I've decided to be a bit kinder, and since I've been in a good mood. But, you know, get your shit together. I'm saying this now at the beginning of the podcast, so I know you're going to listen to it. But yeah, this is the news segment for September. If any of you, this is your first time watching a news episode, or if you're coming back to watch them again for some fucking reason, it's something I do at the end of every month. I did one last month. Now this is September, doing it for the cover all the news in September. This might go up today at the time of recording, but it might end up going up the 1st of October. I'm not really sure. Just look out for this, pops up in your feed box, how it be. If you're ever looking like at a time, probably like the 31st, the 30th, the 1st of the next month. So, look out for the end of October, 1st of November, stuff like that for the next upload of this. But a lot of shit happened this month, like a lot of shit. The main thing I'm going to talk about is the PlayStation 5 event, which happened at the beginning of this month, and I'm looking at my sheet right now with all my little notes on it, and it's just a block of PS5 stuff, and then the very bottom's all my it's not literally nothing YouTube to cover today. So I've got two things to cover that is regular gaming news, and I've got one thing to cover with YouTube news. So today's gonna be a very PS5 heavy podcast, and I'm gonna talk about a bit of YouTube C and stuff I've been playing with my friends at the very end. So I'll be going in order with stuff that was announced at the PS5 event. So how about we start at the beginning? They opened it up with Final Fantasy 16, which a lot of people were rumoured. It was basically all but confirmed that it was going to be announced. We just didn't know when, but at the beginning, ooh. I haven't personally beaten Final Fantasy 15. I tried 3 playthroughs of running through it, and I just stop each time. I wasn't really a big fan of 50. I know that's basically heresy, but that's it's kind of it's not one of those fucking shitty gaming takes. It's kind of a popular one, but it's just I think it's kind of boring. I can't really get into it. The beginning of the game is such a big drag that I just every time I go back to it, it makes me want to start a new event, a new chapter into it, and go I'll just start again. Why not? But it's just so I just can't do it. I'm sorry, I just really can't. I just find it really fucking boring. So, but this looks really interesting. It's actually rated 18, which is a big change for Final Fantasy. I don't think there's been an 18 plus, unless I can stand corrected. It's set in more. I think from the looks of it, I had to look at the trailer again. I think it's set in a more medieval time and a more medieval fantasy, opposed to the tech and weird futuristic fantasy that's just been regularly going for. So I am really looking forward to it though. I'm looking forward to the story. Apparently, all the cutscenes we've seen were in game, all in game cutscenes, none of it pre-rendered. So I'm that to beginning like, that's gonna blow me fucking away when I do that. A lot of the PS5 is gonna blow me away, to be honest. But yeah, that I'm really looking forward to that game. I hope it does really well. Next up, we got a Spider-Man Miles Morales first gameplay look. By the way, I'm just gonna casually. Some of these I might spend a lot of time on. Some of these I might just click through. It definitely knows me someone clicking through later. But yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales first gameplay look. It looked good. Now, for those of you who don't know, this isn't a full-on sequel with a completely different map. Apparently, this is a for those that you played Infamous Second Son, the launch title for the PS4. It eventually came with its own DLC game in a way called Infamous First Light. We took control of one of the characters. Same map, everything, just maybe it was a 5-hour story. It didn't really cost that much anyway. It was free at one point. But yeah, I'm. It looks alright. I hope it's full priced, which is really weird. So it has to be. I was talking to some friends where if it's full priced and now full price is getting a lot more expensive because of different reasons, like first party games, it's going to be more expensive overall because of times are just changing. But I feel like it needs to be at least 10 hours plus to justify that full price. I think it's 50, 60 quid. I think it's 60 quid. I don't remember, but it's got to be at least 10, 12 hours to even possibly justify that price. You can buy the deluxe edition of the game, which comes with the original Spider-Man game, but your save file doesn't transfer over apparently, even though you could just play the regular Spider-Man on PS4 in your PS5 and it would transfer over. That's kind of weird, but maybe I think it might be because maybe the first game just goes on the disc. I'm not really sure myself, so we just have to wait and see how that works. But yeah, they have a new invisible mechanic. It really is the Miles Morales from the comics where he has electric powers and weird. And I think are the electric powers? I think they are. But and then he's invisible. He can also turn invisible. I don't know if it's that suit or his powers. But I'm looking forward to when that happens. Hopefully, it makes these stealth sections a bit more enjoyable because they were kind of bad. Just the one we had to not get caught. That was just really bad. And hopefully, not the ones you have to play as random fucking side characters were May and Miles in the first game where you just couldn't get caught whatsoever. That's really, really fucking boring. Moving on. Hogwarts Legacy, a surprisingly single-player RPG set in the Hogwarts Harry Potter universe. I like how immediately after this game was announced, the guys who made it came out and said this has nothing to do with J.K. Rowling, because of controversy, and that J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit that is a transphobic, so she can go suck a dick. But yeah, there are people that are going to be not buying this game for the sake of not buying this game, and yeah, I will be, because I'm a very big Harry Potter fan. I know that probably money's going to go to her, but not that much. And she's already a fucking billionaire, or millionaire, sorry. So I don't think that's really gonna. My thing isn't gonna fucking push her over the edge, is it? So I know there's the argument of but if everyone thinks that way, she's gonna get a lot of money. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't like J.K. Rowling as a person. She falls into the category of writers that wrote really good stuff but are dicks in real life. It's a big list. You can go look that up on the internet somewhere. But yeah, it's. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I actually thought it was gonna be like the Avengers game where you just pick a house, which is one of your factions, and then you just play with the people, do missions around Hogwarts and stuff like that, or go out and do missions like your friends. But apparently, it's single player, allegedly. So, I might be looking forward to that. If it's any other single player RPG I've played, it'd be really interesting. So, I am looking forward to it. As quite a big Harry Potter fan. So, but I don't really have from what I've seen, we didn't really see that much actual gameplay, so I don't really have a big opinion onto it. Better than the fucking Suicide Squad shit we got last month. So if you want to know my opinions on that, check that out. Black Ops Cold War campaign single-handedly sold me on the game. I wasn't going to buy it at first, but that mission right there sold me on the campaign. I'm not a really big fan of the Black Ops multiplayer or zombies, to be fair. I like Warzone, but I haven't played that in a while either. I've just kind of got stale of it because Fortnite's taken over. I'll get to that later as well. But yeah, I do like that. I know it's a bit of nostalgia hitting me in because my favourite campaign of all time. My favorite like overall campaign, like going over different series, is Black Ops 1 and 2's. Now the fact that Mason and Woods, like as soon as I heard their voices, like oh, the nostalgia bonus running, the nostalgia bonus is running. But yeah, that I'm going to be buying that game. I'm just playing the campaign of it because I'm really interested in it, and also I'll probably drag in for the odd zombies. We got the zombies teaser. I haven't actually looked at the zombies teaser. I was meaning to look at that before this, but for what I can tell, it was around like 5 seconds long. But all my friends are hyped for it, so I'll take their word for it and say it's going to be good. I know. The last good zombies was Black Ops 3, so hopefully that's got some faith. Same people that are making it, I think. Resident Evil Village, or RE8, it just looks terrifying, which I think is amazing. I'll never play it, but I absolutely love Resident Evil 7. I think it's one of the best games in the Resident Evil franchise because it just went for that more PT vibe and that first person I'm gonna fuck you over type meme where it was really fucking good. If you ever can, watch the speedrun of that game, by the way. That is just fucking mind blowing how quickly you can get through that game. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the continuing story. I kind of love the cheesy reason why they're even there. It's like, oh, this is just like, let's go on holiday here, Ethan. This is kind of amazing. Let's go here. But I just don't get it at all whatsoever. It's just kind of, I know it's kind of cheesy. It kind of taps into that Resident Evil 4 vibe of why the fuck would you go here? There's no point of going here. Like, what a dumb reason, but it's kind of funny that they're going here. But it is a very more serious game, of course. Like, if you've watched the trailers, I won't spoil anything for people that just want to go into the game blind. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching someone play Resident Evil Village, because that game looks like it will scare the shit out of me. Or when it gets a VR demo and also scares the shit out of me. So I'm looking really fun to that. Speaking of, I'm not really looking forward to Deathloop. It looks interesting. I like the whole story aspect. I like the story. The trailer was telling a story about this guy, and then it turns out he's not the actual, like, he just dies in true, like, kind of comedy fashion. But yeah, I don't. It's just because it's Bethesda, and I don't. Bethesda hasn't have a good track record at the moment, so I'm kind of afraid that they'll fuck it up. Because do any of you remember Fallout 76? Yeah, exactly. DMC5 is getting a port, like a complete edition of port on the PS5 as a launch title. I would comment on DMC5, but I haven't beaten it yet because I played it for about 3 hours and then put it on my backlog. No reason why. Just because that's what I do, and from what I've played of DMC5, I really enjoyed it. But I just kind of put it on the backlog, unfortunately. It's kind of sitting there with the final boss of Persona 5, Red Dead 2, Red Dead Online, Team Sonic Racing, all that stuff. It's just gone to the backlog, and I'm just kind of sitting on it and going, I'll play it eventually. Maybe I'll get them all finished before PS5 comes out. I'll lie to myself. But yeah, I might pick it up. I don't know. It turns out I'll probably beat the regular version first. Or I can just play it. It doesn't matter. It'll probably be like a upgrade on like the store. So I'll just do that instead. Oddworld, yeah, another one we're looking forward to. Soulstorm. It looks really good, but I tried. Cause I heard nothing but praise for Oddworld. I tried so hard to play those games. I just don't like them. I just can't. It doesn't click for me. But I've listened to some people, I've watched reactions of people that really enjoy Oddworld, and it looks like the best and things. So I hope the game, if you like Oddworld, I hope that game is amazing for you, and I hope you have a brilliant time with it. For me personally, it doesn't click. I think, is it a launch title? I can't really remember if it's launching later on this year, but I hope you guys really have a good time with it. Yeah, that's all I have to say for that. Oh yeah. The next game's got a funny story to it. When I was watching it with a bunch of friends, the event, and the next game comes on, and it's some weird, like, scary girl talking, like, the very stereotypical horror cliche little girl talking, like, come back, and shit like that. And I jokingly said to my friends, like, oh, it's kind of spoopy. It definitely FNAF, the next FNAF, like FNAF 7. And so I was joking about that the entire time. Then the jump scare happens at the end, and then the FNAF title comes on, and I actually just laughed and facepalmed. because I didn't think I just predicted it like that immediately. And I was like, oh my god, that's so dumb. But yeah, new FNAF. The creator of FNAF, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he's I can't remember if it's him or Toby Fox is doing Undertale. I don't remember which one, but one of those two is doing like a. I'll look it up now real quickly. Oh yeah. So Scott Cawthorne is the FNAF creator. He's supporting like all projects and helping them get off their feet, like all fan made projects. I think is really really good. As much as the Five Nights at Freddy series has been beaten like a dead horse, like that's really cool how the creators like trying to push some games to Steam, get them working, get them up and running, get them stable, make sure they're not buggy at all, like getting them attention. I found that's really really nice of Scott to do, to help the community. Like he's made this, and a bunch of people have like the other big companies would just go, no, cease and desist, you don't have to do this. But Scott is actively encouraging people to make fan games so we can help them get off the ground and help these up and coming like creators, so they could, if this does well, they can go on to make other better stuff, like stuff that'll even like topple what the hell that they've done with the FNAF game, and make even better stuff and one day get better jobs overall, which I think is really really good of Scott to do. It's really helping the community out. I think more developers should do that. I know Sega likes fan games. They encourage fan games and stuff like that because what. Sega's cool and hip, like Sonic the Hedgehog, my favourite character of all time. And Nintendo's the opposite, where if you even breathe the name Mario in a fan project, you get cease and desist and a bit of lube to self-apply on your anus. The next game to come out was Demon's Souls. We got a gameplay trailer. I don't know if you can call it a trailer. It was literally just gameplay. We just got about, I think it was like 7 minutes of just. It was just like gameplay with no UI. And I like this. I hope more games do that in the future. Like games that we like know little. I mean, we get a tease and then just raw gameplay, and that was really good. That we just got that. No talking, no nothing. We just got raw gameplay. Then of course, because it's Demon's Souls in the Dark Souls series, it had to end with the character dying. So you know how that works. So it's also a launch title as well on PC and PS5, even though it said exclusively to PS5. I don't get that. I think a couple of games did that as well. I think Final Fantasy 16 also was like exclusive to PS5 or on PC. I don't get that. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you're allowed to do that but apparently they are. Oh yeah, I forgot this was also followed by the biggest news of the event, that Fortnite is coming as a launch title. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. I thought I crashed my recording then. Well, no, wait, my recording's fine. Right. After that, we were given the announcement of the PS Plus collection. Let me just close that for a second. The PS Plus collection, which includes a hefty amount of games you can download for free, providing you have a PS Plus subscription, so not technically free, on PS5 at launch to play. It's a good amount of games. I'll read them off now. So we have Batman Arkham Knight, really good game. I really recommend it if you can get past the 10 sections. Battlefield 1, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, Ratchet & Clank, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, and Until Dawn. But there's some really good games on there. But they are like the... I think you should think of what would be on PS4 to play. I think you can think of those games. Yeah, I think games that I would recommend myself on there: Batman Arkham Knight, Bloodborne, Battlefield 1 if you want to play with some friends. Detroit's a really good story game. My mate Jacob played that recently for the first time. God of War, I think that's like a must play. Infamous Second Son's a really good like beginner's game to like PlayStation games. Mortal Kombat X is a good fighting game. Persona 5, if you've got 100 hours to spare, you can put that in. RE7 I really recommend. Last of Us Remastered is a masterpiece. It's also Game of the Decade for PlayStation 4. Uncharted 4 I've heard is pretty good. Until Dawn's pretty good. I have played most of them on here. I think I've played all of them but Days Gone, Battlefield 1, Monster Hunter World, and The Last Guardian. But I probably will be playing Monster Hunter World and Last Guardian because those games I've never ever got to pick up myself. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested. I've never played a Monster Hunter game before, so I might just play one of those to see how it is. You never know. Maybe the end of November will have my opinions on Monster Hunter World as well. So stay tuned for that in 2 months. 2 months. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But yeah, and then we ended off the event with the actual biggest news, which was the prices of the consoles themselves and the release date. It is, I think, the 13th of November or the 12th in certain countries, and then for the rest of the world, basically everywhere but Europe. Europe gets it on the 19th of November, which is I think, yeah, really accurate to the leaked release date, which was the 20th of November. So it's a day off. I'll happily admit defeat with the leaks there, but yeah, that's looking really interesting. It is 400 USD and £360 for the digital edition, and 500 USD and £450 for the regular, like with disc version. Not bad prices. I don't know why everyone was thinking, oh, can we go with 500 plus? No, I never thought it was going to be over 500 plus. I thought 400 plus definitely for the disc version. But yeah, I'm glad that this is. I'm glad with that. I'm happy with the prices. I'm of course with the fiasco with the pre-orders. That was awful. I mean, why would a bunch of people go and pre-order or get a console that you know you're definitely going to get? And if you're asking, yes, of course I pre-ordered mine as soon as possible. Shut up, I'm allowed to. Hypocrite? No, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm not a hypocrite. What are you on about? Let's move on to the next thing. The actual, in true Nintendo fashion that everyone just steals nowadays, it was the before we leave kind of meme, where we got a teaser for my favourite thing of the entire conference, direct type meme event. We got the new God of War teased, which we got just the God of War logo and then the Omega logo with just the title Ragnarok is coming. So people have now dubbed this game God of War Ragnarok. I don't think it'll be called God of War 2 because we already had one of those. I think it will just be called God of War with a subtitle probably. I'm assuming, if I had to guess, it probably would be called God of War Ragnarok. But let's put it this way: that teaser hyped me and my friends so much that one of my friends hasn't even played the first one, but is hyped for this game and now wants to play. Like that teaser alone made him want to play the first God of War, which you can with PS5 Plus collection thing. So yeah, that was the PS5 event. Very big. That talk I think was about as long as my first episode. So that was really fucking big. It was about 40 minutes long. It wasn't that bad of 40 minutes to an hour long. It wasn't that bad of a conference, to be fair. One of my favourite things of the year. And I'm looking forward to playing the PS5. That'll be basically most of November's talk. My experience with the PS5, because I'm getting that. I've got that pre-ordered for launch, of course, the disc edition. I'll tell you how I feel about it. If it's better than PS4 Pro, make sure you look out for that on the November or early December, whenever the video goes out. So yeah, we'll go on to just regular gaming news. Last month, just to catch up on two things of last month, I was playing Avengers and Fortnite. Fortnite, I stating if it would lose my attention midway through. I'm now tier 100 in Fortnite. Yeah, I've just been playing it because I've got really nothing else to play apart from something else which I'll mention later. But yeah, with friends anyway, at least. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with Fortnite. I don't know why. It just kind of brought me back. I don't think I would play it after this season. I think it's just because of the Marvel stuff. But yeah, I've been really playing this season. Me and my friend have been playing it a lot. Me and my friend Jacob mainly. Shout out to you. Get all your challenges done. Yeah, today's the day you should get your challenges done, Jacob. But yeah, I've been really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know why. Just I know the bots and all that stuff is bad, but I can push past it for a bit. You know. Sorry, I got hiccups now. Drinking too much water. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it continues because I really enjoyed Fortnite back in the day. I hope season 5 does continue to try and relive that stuff. Apparently, there's rumors that eventually the old map will get brought back, but I think those are just rumors, so I don't think they're really true. I hope they are. I would prefer a season like chapter 1 map. Sorry, I hate the new naming scheme. This season is chapter 2, season 4. I just don't get it, to be honest, personally. But yeah, But I was also playing Avengers. Well, no, I hadn't bought Avengers, but I was about a couple of days off it releasing, and I've played it, and very similar to how a lot of games have been playing this year, that it got slandered to hell and back, got shit on for a lot, but I really enjoy it. Now, granted, I've run into next to no glitches, and actually Square Enix have added a lot of stuff which makes the game a lot better, because with the Battle Pass each character gets for free. With the base characters, each of the new ones cost. You get the new DLC characters for free if you have a Square Enix account, and then you can just buy the Battle Pass for I think $10. I think probably £7 in Great British pounds. But it used to be when you unlock like a skin or an emote, you used to unlock the ability to buy that skin or emote. Now they fixed that, and when we've made the challenges a lot easier, and everything on the Battle Pass is free. Just free. If you get it, you get it. And they also came out like, we went, sorry for that really dumb decision. We'll give you out free Battle Pass points so you can upgrade every single one of your characters a lot, which I think is really cool in what they've done. I really appreciate that, because I think that's how Battle Pass should have done. And that was one of my biggest complaints when I look at that. But then I was writing this at the very beginning of the month, like just random notes, and then it fixed. I had to delete it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really nice, like little quality of life thing. I would have appreciated it in the beginning, of course, but it's nice to see that the fans had an impact and go, okay, can you change this, please? I don't think this is good. And they went, okay, yeah, we realise that this isn't what it actually is, so let's just fix it and make it better. This game has been slandered to hell and back by a lot of YouTubers from what I've been seeing, like literally thumbnails of like, oh, how this game's so glitchy, so many glitches. I've run into two, and one of them I'm pretty sure was my own fault. I ran into two. One of them was I got teleported outside the map, but during a capture the point mission. I just got randomly launched. It was one of the interior missions where I got launched far away from the map. I've only been playing Iron Man so far, so thankfully I can get back. By the time I even, like, 2 seconds had passed, and the mission just completed itself. So I think it had a thing for some reason where I think it detected I was outside of bounds and just completed the mission automatically, even though I hadn't finished it. So I don't know if that was a glitch, or if it's just the game being kind, or having, like, a parameter in case to why that happens. Which I find really cool if it is the case. And the other one, my internet died during a transition. So, and all the enemies for some reason spawned behind me, which was in a door that I couldn't open, and the requirement for the mission was to kill the enemies. So, I'm pretty sure that was my own fault, but I have no idea. So, like I said, I've only run into those two glitches, and they were both solved pretty easily. All I had to do was reload from checkpoint for the second issue, and it was fixed. But yeah, I haven't run into too many issues, and I really do like the game. And a lot of people saying like, oh, it really wants you to. It got so many currencies, which I don't think personally you have to keep track of. You literally just play missions, and you get like about the same amount for each currency every time. And if you want more of it, you can just sell your old non-used stuff in typical RPG fashion. But yeah, I think the currencies you don't have to worry about. And also the people saying like, oh, it makes you want to buy Battle Pass money so much. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't, because the whole point of this game, I don't know if you can look at this game and they want you to play this for a long time. They want you to play all these characters and play them for a very long time. Of course, there is that money aspect. Of course, companies want to make money, but I feel like they're not shoving buying Battle Pass, because you don't gain any upgrade points. You upgrade your character and get your character stronger by playing the game. Everything in that Battle Pass is purely cosmetic. You can get everything. You can max out your character just by playing the game. You don't have to start Battle Pass once. And advancing the Battle Pass doesn't make that upgrading your character go quicker, because it's purely just cosmetic and currency for cosmetic items and emotes. So I don't have really an issue with the game at all at the moment. Time will tell when more DLC characters come out. I know the Spider-Man one's due to come out pretty soon, the PS4 exclusive one. But yeah, I am looking forward. I'm looking forward to how that game improves, and I'm looking forward to see how the future of that game goes. So that might be a different opinion you hear about this game for once. Speaking of things I'm playing with friends, I've been playing Among Us. From the same people that developed Henry Stickmin, I think, the series. Yeah, it's one of those whodunit type games like Mafia. You can play that in real life, or Werewolf, or there's like online version of Werewolf. But there's like thousands of whodunit games out there. It's like Clue, except you don't have to guess the murder weapon, just who did it. It's literally a whodunit. So yeah, it's fun. It really is fun. It's just addictive. It's been out for years, but it only got brought to life because of YouTubers and streamers playing it. Of course, it was that cycle of it got brought into fruition, and then Fall Guys has just died. So I think that's quite funny. In a sense, I really want to like Fall Guys. I know a lot of my friends think I'm quite hypocritical because I do nothing but slander that game, but I really do want to like it. I really, really do, because it's a platformer and a battle royale platformer. Like, what more could I ask for? As a guy that was brought up on classic platformers and 3D platformers, so I really was looking forward to it. But I think they opened that game up with so little content, and I feel like I'm gonna play it once for season 2 and then never play it again. It's gonna turn into Fortnite a lot quicker because there's a lot less shit to do. There's no challenges. There's no nothing. Like the only thing you can go for is getting a gold medal, which doesn't really do anything but give you a bit of extra score in the free battle pass. I just think it's I just don't think it has that potential. I think it launched with too little content. I think it just needed that extra boost. Eventually, when it gets more content, more maps, better netcode. Jesus Christ, better netcode. Like I didn't think a battle royale game needed rollback netcode, but Jesus Christ, it does. That game is so unfair sometimes. With everyone knows the meme of getting your tail stolen from about 500 yards away. But yeah, I think I'll talk about that when I have Scott on the podcast. I know he quite disagrees with me on that, so that'll be a good back and forth. So yes, Scott, I'm gonna remind you again, get your shit sorted, you bitch. I'm gonna publicly insult you on this podcast, you pussy. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna call you pussy every podcast until you decide to come on and just call me out for calling you a pussy. So get on. But yeah, Among Us, pretty fun game. Playing it a lot. Hopefully it stays around for a bit longer because it's something to do with my friends. It's very it's one of those. It's like Monopoly. You just tear friendships apart. And strategy. If you're loudest, you win. But all that also means you're really sus. That's the problem with me and my friends. I'm the loudest out of all my friends when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm immediately always sus as the trends go. I've been looking at all the the Among Us memes as well. I've been really into those, looking at those and all the edits. My favourite one so far has to be the people make custom kills. And that's really it's really entertaining about how people can just how just one game can all of a sudden just spark from nothing. I think it sparked originally from the you got distracted meme. I'll put it up on screen now. I don't think I can gif it because I'm retarded. But yeah, that meme you see in the center of your screen, that is like the guy where he goes, "You got distracted" type meme. So I think because they made the same game, so I think that's just sparked off of that of people playing oh, they made this as well. This kind of looks fun. Among Us 2 was going to happen apparently for some reason. I don't know how or why. Just add on to this game. I would like in the future. I know it won't happen because of the fact that it is on the phone. But custom maps, Steam Workshop support, please. I would like custom maps because I am sick of playing the same 3 maps over and over again. Me and all my friends know the first map like the back of our hand, and games become really, really hard for the imposter because it's really, really dumb because everyone knows the map like the back of their hand. So it's really easy to go oh, you were there, you were there, you were there, you were there. So, Among Us devs, I don't know what your company's called, I really apologise, but get more maps, add Steam Workshop support, or add new maps. Add a lot of maps. Thank you very much. And add new tasks as well. So you can't just look at keycard and go, oh, they're not imposter. So yeah, that is all of the gaming news I can think of for this month. Literally, let's go for the one. Technically 2 things coming this month on the YouTube channel. The Sonic 2 video I talked about last month is coming up really good. I'm about halfway done with it. I was looking coming out really good, one of my best videos to date. But I'm pushing it back to November for the sake of when the Melody of Memory demo was announced, in honour of that, and that coming out, the full game coming out next month, and I'm hyped for it. I'm going to be doing a Kingdom Hearts music ranking video where I talk about some of my favourite tracks from each game, some of my least favourite tracks from each game, and comparing some across the series if I have similar ones. So yeah, look forward to that coming around the end of this next month in October, and possibly the mid of next month coming for the Sonic 2 video. Maybe that might get delayed to the end of next month because of PS5 and all that. But yeah, look forward to that. if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit me up on my Twitter, my Instagram, my friend's Instagram, AP Graphics, which is basically the fucking, like, I might as well just put my answer in my own, because I hate my own Instagram, I don't upload on it. So yeah, follow AP Graphics on Instagram, did the thumbnail for this video and last video, make sure to check those out. Twitter, my YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, well, of course you're watching this YouTube, my SoundCloud, which is where the audio for the actual podcast will go. Scott, you pussy, get on here, you fucking idiot. I can't say the R word because Susan would kill me. Yeah, that would be it. Oh, and my Twitch as well, my Twitch. Jesus Christ, my Twitch. Looking forward to posting more stuff on that. I will be doing the Kingdom Hearts stuff when I get a PS5. Look forward to that. That's going to be epic. So yeah, I've been Ryan, also known as Ryan the Reviewer. Have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to stay safe out there. 2 meters apart. Wear a mask, you fucking idiots. If you don't wear a mask, I'm going to come round to your house and slap you up. I'm Ryan the Reviewer. You've been watching Play Select, and I'm signing off. Enjoy the Kingdom Hearts melody and memory music. I can't be asked thinking of something else to put.